Hello and nice to have you back on our series of video dedicated to some special timepieces put on auction by Philippe, Bacs and Rousseau. That will be in Geneva on the 12th and 13th of May. In today's video, we'll talk about two very high-end lots by Patek Philippe. Okay, let's listen to Mr. Aurel Bacs' great stories.
Of course, the moment you've been waiting for is also to see what is there at the very top end of the market. And here I'm really pleased to present you with two amazing Patek Philippes, different periods, different functions, but both beautiful gems. The first one is a true connoisseur's watch. It is a true connoisseur's watch because it will definitely not impress by its big size, rather by its small size. It's just over 30 millimeters. That is really small in today's environment. However, I'm often suggesting to collectors who say, not even my wife would wear that they should think out of the following standard box, which is how is it possible that 50, 60, 70, 80 years ago, men who were not dwarfs compared to us today could wear such a watch and felt absolutely good about it? Did they have better eyesight? Did they have smaller wrists? I don't think so. I think it's more our society who think that the cars have to be every decade half a meter or even more longer, wider, taller, bigger. How is it possible that a family with 3 children 40, 50 years ago could drive on holidays with luggage in a 4-meter car, and today we need a big SUV? Just sometimes weird to me. Now this is on top of that a world time Patek Philippe. So it's actually one of the smallest complicated wristwatches in the world. It's a mechanism that the famous watchmaker from Geneva, Cotier, invented. Several companies were allowed to buy movements with these world time or travel time mechanisms from him. And the particularity in this first generation mechanism is that by turning the hand forward, the gray and white 24-hour ring indicated the hours at night and the hours at daytime are going into the opposite direction. It will always show you on the outer bezel, pending the location where you are or where your friends are and you would like to know what time it is, and not if it's 6 a.m. or 6 or 5 o'clock, but if it's a.m. or p.m. Very clever, very simple, and the particularity of this watch, making it truly stand out from the small run of reference 1415s that Patek Philippe made with these movements, is that it has a center disc in cloisonné enamel dial. I cannot be passionate enough to say how beautiful these colors are, ranging from turquoise green for the water surrounding the continents to dark petrol blue with shades of gold, yellow and orange for the continents. And it is the map of Eurasia. That means you have everything going from Spain all the way to India, all the way to China and Japan. There are only 2 cloisonné Pateks known like this with the map of Eurasia, but with very different colors, naturally, because these dials were not done in an industrial or in a sequential production. And this gem here is going at auction at 700,000 francs. To me, yes, of course it's a lot of money, but if I compare what there is for 1 million or 2 million or 3 million, this is a watch that a true connoisseur and forward-thinking collector should have a close look at. Also from Patek Philippe, with one of the most amazing stories that will make you smile, is a reference 2499. Of course, in every auction there is at least a 2499, naturally, because it is probably the most perfect 20th century wristwatch made by any maker. This one here is from the last generation with sapphire crystal. It's a /100 model, and it has a champagne dial. All the 2499s, I should say, the absolute vast majority, probably over 99%, have silver dials. And this one has a champagne yellowish dial. And the dial internally at Patek Philippe is called Doré Velouté. Beautiful name to describe it. The watch was made in 1979 upon special request by an important customer of Patek Philippe who wanted a special 2499, and after some correspondence between him and Patek Philippe, it was agreed that they would make a cadran doré for him. The watch arrives in the UK, where the gentleman resided, and he's invited to go to the shop, to the Patek Philippe retailer, to pick up his watch. It is presented to him, as many new watches still today, in a plastic sleeve, transparent bag, and in a very nice ceremony with the scissors, they opened the bag. And to the shock of everyone present, the strap, the lower part of the strap, as it is today, here, was mounted front to back. An oversight by the watchmaker who mounted the strap before it was sent to the United Kingdom. We all know that thanks to the spring bars, a skilled watchmaker will probably not use more than 1 minute to change it. And the gentleman was in shock. He was in disbelief. And he said, "How can you do that? My trust into Patek Philippe has been undermined." Patek Philippe in London said, "Sir, we're really sorry. We will immediately have our watchmaker put it back into the right position." I said, "No, you don't understand. It's not about changing the strap. It is my trust that has been undermined. How do you fix this?" Now you will say, "How do you know all this?" Well, let me show you. We do know because in 1979, a 2.5-year-long exchange started between this gentleman, Patek Philippe in the United Kingdom, the distribution, the shop, Watches of Switzerland, and the headquarters in Geneva. And he went on and on, saying how terribly shocked he is that something like this could happen on a 2499, not just any watch. And of course everyone apologized and everybody said how sorry they are. And he said, "No, you don't understand. My trust has been undermined." And towards the end, he says, "If you do not re-establish my trust into your firm, I will not wear the watch that I haven't worn yet for the rest of my life, and I will stop buying your products." We don't know how the story ended. The letter correspondence stopped somewhere in 1981, 2 years later. And of course, these are not computer or text messages. These are machine-typed letters. The truth is that he probably kept his word and never wore the watch, because the strap that is mounted front to back is still in absolutely excellent condition. We see that the case back has still the factory finish. We see the bezel is as sharp as it could possibly be. And thankfully, not just the correspondence has been saved, but also the original sticker or hang tag, the original certificate, instruction booklet, everything a collector could possibly dream about. And, well, of course, one's misfortune, the poor gentleman seems to have suffered quite considerably, and I'm sure he took hours and hours away from Patek Philippe's management that kindly replied to his letters. But today, to the collectors community, this is a gift from heaven, because we have a unique 2499 with a special dial, complete of all accessories, in mint condition. I mean, what can you ask for more? I know the watch for probably over 15 years. When it resurfaced in the United Kingdom, it was in two of the most important private Patek Philippe collections ever formed, and it will go up on coming Sunday at 800,000 francs. I'm very excited to see how passionate the market will react. If it's as passionate as me, it's a fabulous watch indeed.
Hope you like this, and thanks for watching. See you real soon.